Good morning. Welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz, and we are live from the Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 2, for continuing action of the Happy Memorial Day weekend to everyone. Of course, the armed forces, we'll be talking a lot about them today. But right now, we have 3 amazing teams that will take the field for you. And we're going to start out with Deuce and Newport. But if I could ask everybody, please, before we have our proper introduction, to stand. Gentlemen, remove your lids. Players can keep their helmets on for safety reasons as we play our national anthem. All right, thank you. And right then, the sun's shining, and it is ready to go. So this is continuing action from our Friday game. So the scores will show that over on the far side. But let's go ahead and start with our first team here in the white jerseys. Please put your hands together for Deuce. Playing the number 1 will be Mark Gansey. Mark, good luck today, as the Cobra was on fire all day on Friday. Playing the number 2 today is going to be Tamacho Pierres. Tamacho, good luck today. Again, a very strong force in the front of the Deuce team. Playing number 3 for South Africa will be Sugar Erskine. And then playing number 4, one of my favorite players, Matias Colo Gonzalez. So keep an eye on Deuce. They were strong on Friday. But Newport, who's been one of our most winning teams here at the Grand Champions Polo Club, and playing the number 1 today, it looks like we're going to have Jason Crowder, the spaceman. So good luck, Jason. Wearing the 1, he'll pull the team. Playing the number 2, the captain of Newport. Always a pleasure to see you, Mr. Gene Goldstein. Good luck, Gene. Playing from Canada. Oh, yeah, he's back. Fetty Mannix, and then playing in number 4, Secretary of Defense, it is going to be Mr. Juan Bolini. Both these teams, all 3 teams today, you're going to have a lot of fun watching. They play a very open style, and, of course, we want to give love to all of our military service, all of our vets, and all of our first responders, from our paramedics, firefighters, and this is a special weekend here in America. So, big shout out to everybody. We're going to play a round-robin setup, so each team will play 3 chuckers against each other. I'll break that down a little more for you as the game goes on, because we're off to the races, and it looks like it's going to be G. Goldstein out of the door on the bowling, and a nice run out of there from Fred Mannix to Gene, but just off to the right side. We're at the Polo 101 for you today, too, because it looks like we got some new fans upstairs. So we always want to break things down. Remember, when the ball does go out of bounds, we do have a knock-in. And the opposing team, the defending team, will always knock in when the ball does roll over the end line. At this moment, Deuce will be headed towards the north goal in the white jerseys, and Newport headed towards the south goal in the black jerseys. In the corners, they melee around, trying to get free down there. And they finally do, and here comes Deuce trying to launch the offensive attack, bounces off a pony. Nice pickup here for Sugar, looking for Gansey. Good coverage by Bellini. Juan, tail shot, and this is a great pass to Fred Mannix, and Mannix riding all horses from his breeding operation day, the Alegria breeding operation. We've talked about the breeding operations this spring season, a lot of horses from the Santa Rita breeding operation also. We'll point those horses out for you as they make amazing plays today. Goldstein, a little bit of override, picked up here by Erskine, number 3. Sugar sporting the American flag today on the field. And another nice little pass by Newport. Remember, all of these teams played together on Friday, so they know each other very, very well. And they should and are looking to go to a whole nother level today to take home the cup, the memorial. A little bit of a mishit picked up by Mannix. Fred trying to run the turn. Well done, Camacho Piedez. The middle, Camacho and Sugar. Very well organized for Deuce. Rotation by Deuce now as Gansey goes back and Gonzalez goes forward. Keep an eye on these two teams, especially, well, actually the Santa Rita team also. You're going to see a full 4-player rotation. That's the style they play. Nice open back shot. Looks like it's going to be Colo. And Matias Colo Gonzalez will get the shot on goal and get our first goal of the day. So Deuce will get the first goal. And that should take us to, well, right around our first courtesy change. We'll be using the courtesy change all day today. It'll happen somewhere in the middle of the chukker. Our mounted official, Gaston Dorniak, has done a fantastic job. I will work as your second man today, just in case Gaston needs help or needs a review. If we need a review, we will send that to our studio where we have our producers there. They'll be able to review all the tapes and be able to break the play down. And you'll be seeing that all day long on CTV Sports, on our replays, and if we need to challenge any plays. It looks like Camacho and Sugar are going to stay aboard. Keep an eye on these two guys. They play very, very well in the center of the field. It's been a lot of fun watching the players play here in the spring season because in the spring at the Grand Champions Polo Club, we move the teams and change the teams up. The tournament committee changes the teams up week by week to give the opportunity to the players and the sponsors to be able to play with different players. It makes it a lot of fun, brings a lot of camaraderie to the club, and also give the opportunity to bring some top young horses to the field. So we'll see a mixture of horses that are getting ready for the summer, a lot of maid horses and a lot of young horses that are being trained and finishing off their schooling to go to the next level. Everybody back quickly from the courtesy change, and here we go on the bowling. Remember, we are switching directions for any new viewers. That's the procedure used in polo after every goal scored. On the move, Deuce, stolen away by Mannix. Neutral play. Rotation by Deuce. Sugar looking for Camacho, and I told you, keep an eye on these two guys. They are dialed in, and that is a perfect give and go as it starts with Camacho. Sugar on the rotation. Erskine falls in behind his whole team, and they launch a perfect attack there. And again, they got to point out the four-legged athletes. A beautiful bay mare here, Camacho Piedez. He'll be mounted all day long by Santa Rita, so you can check those horses out. And that horse is a very, very fast, not a big horse, but sometimes the smaller ones are quick. Oh, nice little move here by Fred Mannix. As Mannix drags the ball back and then finds an open play. Mannix working it down inside, backed up cleanly by Camacho Piedez. That's a clean play. Good non-call by the mounted official. That ball went past Camacho's boot, which gives him the right-of-way there and can make that back shot, and he does cleanly. Deuce works it over center from the Santa Rita Polo Farm banner, now in front of the World Polo League banner, and they'll slow it up in front of the Grand Champions Polo Club banner. Keep an eye on all the banners and all the backdrops today. They are amongst a number of our title sponsors. We'd like to thank our title sponsors for being a part of the Grand Champions Polo Club in the 2026 season. Colo Gonzalez taking on the whole Newport team here with about a minute 30 left here in the first of three. Across the center, good read by Bellini and Mannix. And we got a breakaway coming. If Bellini can find Gene Goldstein, he can't, but I think Fred can. And oh, just bad luck for the Newport team here. They had Gene all by himself. Good composure by Camacho Piedez taking on 3 black jerseys. And look at this. Camacho holds down the fort for Deuce. a tremendous defensive battle there by Camacho Perez, and then finally we get a whistle on the play, and that'll stop the clock with 1:03. Right-of-way violation will be the call, the right-of-way. Remember the imaginary line all day long. That ball is going to be moving and changing direction. That line is everything. It is the right-of-way. It's the highway of the polo field, as we call it. And on this case, we had Fred Mannix on the right-of-way. Players that are on the right-of-way must be 100% on the right-of-way to collect that line of the ball, you could say. Fred Mannix jumping on that. Any other player that is off of the line, they will get the whistle. That call happens about 80% of the time. Here we go. Open goal, penalty 2. 30-yard shot just off to the left. Or penalty 3, I apologize. So that was a 40-yard shot. So Newport getting an opportunity at a penalty 3. And just a little bit off to the left side, so we'll take control here for Deuce as we clicked under a minute. And our first chucker. On the turn, Newport shutting down the offensive attack. Well done by Newport. Now Mannix. And there's the snap. Looking for Gene. He's got him. There's our 30-second warning horn. Goldstein with an opportunity. And Gene gets there right in front on the doorstep, and he gets taken out and hit off the field. So that'll end our first chucker play. So if you're here at the grandstand, if you want to feel free to give us some love, you can. You can give them a shout, give them a yell out. We love it. The horses love it. When we return, it looks like we're going to start with a safety, as we have a safety on the play, and I'll explain that safety when we return from our commercial break. Stay with us. This is the Memorial.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
I mean, the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
Welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz. Happy Memorial Day weekend. And, of course, a big shout-out to all of our military. We are blessed. It's Memorial Day every day, a lot of people think, and to be able to represent them here at the Grand Champions Polo Club is an honor to us. So to all the vets and every the men and women serving in the military, and extending that to all of our first responders to take care of us and save our lives daily. Now, we did end on a safety there. That's when a defending team hits it over their own end line. So it will be a 60-yard shot, and it'll be Fred Mannix to do the honors for Newport. Penalty 6 in the game of polo, and Fred Mannix is going to drive this one right down the center. Well done, Freddie. That is a perfect swing and perfect shot. As you notice how high that ball went over the top of all the Deuce players. They had no opportunity. That'll get the equalizer. But a good first chucker here by Deuce. They came out, 4-3. They left 5-4. Now they got it tied back up, and here we go. Mannix coming out of the box, rocking and rolling early here. Fred Mannix, nice little run by Mannix as he takes it out, and look at this. Fred Mannix scoring a penalty 6 to start the chucker, and then Mannix winning the bowl-in, getting the offensive attack. And as a coach in polo, I'm a big promoter of winning those bowl-ins, and this is Sepia Alberta. And this is one of Fred's mares that he bred, and she can run very good. It looks like Fred very comfortable. And here, a great goal here by Mannix. Making it 6-5. We get back to the center. Always wait for the final player to return. Lined up on Dorniak. Off the pony here, and Mannix with a magnet on him. The ball just keeps going to Fred, but controlled by Camacho Pierres. Notice the separation by Deuce. One player goes to the right, one player to the left, another down the center. A lot of options there for Camacho Pierres. Picked up here and controlled by Erskine with the shot on goal, and he's going to lay that one in there. Looks like a nice feed, but it's just off to the side. So Gene Goldstein rotating back for Newport. You're going to see Gene going forward and playing back. He will do a work with the 3 men in the middle. And we get a quick knock-in from Bellini, but well covered here by Camacho. Pierres jumps the boards, which will keep you in mind. Keep an eye on the safety areas today as you walk around the Grand Champions Polo Club. Oh, we got Colo Gonzalez coming across there and jumping on the next shot. And we will get a whistle on the play. That'll stop the clock with 4:08, and we're going to have a right-of-way violation. That ball's going across the center. Colo chose to take that on the offside, on the right side, to make a neck shot. He had to go on the near side as Juan Bellini had that ball on his right side. Penalty 5A from the spot, and it's going to be controlled by Newport. Juan will leave it for Fred, and here comes the dark jerseys. Mannix looking for, looks like it'll be Gene Goldstein. And again, great movement by Newport as they find, but look at this play by Colo. Steals it away, and it's going to be the first pickup here by Jason Crowder. And the spaceman's going to fire one from way out, and that ball had the distance, but just off to the right. Both teams using the long ball here early. And that shall take us to our courtesy change with 3:27 on the clock. So it might take us a little bit longer. We do have the ball down on the south side, so we'll give the players. And it is the Memorial Day weekend, and our final tournament of the spring season. I want to thank the tournament committee and the Grand Champions Polo Club for just a amazing season and years of amazing polo, and also the ability to grow the game of polo. I was speaking a lot about the PTF on Friday. I'd love to continue that conversation because I'm so involved, and I understand that the future of polo begins with the younger players. And we know Jill Johnson, Melissa Ganzi, and now Jennifer McLeavy, who works very hard, who came under Danny Shiraga. But the PTF, and you need to get involved if you can and help out, because to watch this grow and just grow and grow and grow. I remember Melissa actually gave me a mic and put it in my hand about 15 years ago, and it was a PTF event. She told me, just go out there and have some fun with the kids. And I think 20 kids showed up, and I thought that was a lot. And we kind of chuckled about it, and we had a great day. And we started with the lead. We did all the classes, and they also have the lead line class for the young kids. Actually, are led around the field to learn to play polo. Their parents are more competitive than the kids are, I always say, in lead line class. But it grows to the next level. Well, now there's hundreds of kids that come to a PTF event. And the people involved should be recognized and should be patted on the back for that, because this is something that will grow and grow and grow. I remember as a kid sitting on the sideline with my helmet and boots, hoping someone would not show up to play in a practice game so that they would say, get up, put your boots on, get on a horse. And now you have hundreds of kids having opportunities to play, and that's a blessing. So we got everybody back really quick. And, of course, you can just go to PTF, Polo Training Foundation, if you'd like to help out. And they really love your support. 3:27 on the clock. And we're going to have a knock-in for Deuce. Once again, if you're here at the Grand Champions Polo Club, help yourself to all the refreshments all over. We do have the downstairs viewing and upper level. Be safe when you're on the upper level, please. A little bit of a mishit here. Picked up by Erskine, though. Turned around, and good recovery. It'll be Colo. Wow, what a ball here by Gonzalez, and he's got Mark, and Mark's got room to work now. Good pickup by Gansey. Picks it up from the left to the right. Gene Goldstein's going to roll by him there and kind of steal that ball. We've had a great break in the weather. It is a little bit blustery, and then we had a little rain earlier, but perfect for the field. That ball goes off the field, and you notice that it was taken off the field by a Newport player. So the shoe is on the other foot now, and we're going to have a safety, penalty 6, in favor of Deuce in the white. Now, few procedural information on a safety. The ball does not get placed more than 40 yards from the center, and the reason why, it's one hit at the goal. So to give the opportunity to the players to shoot at goal, they don't bring it further than 40 from the center. Here comes Colo Gonzalez to do the honors for Deuce. Colo. Worm burner. And goes off a few mallets there, but it looked like it went off the Deuce player last. Also, a few procedural is, remember, if the defending player hits it off the post or the boards and it goes out of bounds, it still is a safety. So be careful of that if you're learning the game of polo. On the knock-in, well done, Colo. Good steal, good hit, but nobody going home for Deuce, and Juan Bellini will control, number 4. Bellini. Under the neck with it. Control by Mannix. Freddie. Backed up nicely by Gansey. That's a perfect pass to Camacho Piedes. They all come together there. Dicey little bump, and that's going to turn the defense into offense for Newport. And look at Goldstein get out in front, and he's got help from Crowder. Almost a security guard, but look at Camacho Piedes work to the inside. Goldstein gets underneath that one a little too much, and they'll turn it back. 1:30 on the clock as Deuce looking to launch an offensive attack, and they got Colo and 3 players going, and Gansey's calling for the ball here if they can get it out to Mark, but shut down again by Newport. So back and forth by both teams. Well done, Mannix. Out of the air. Sugar on a clean near side play. Back to Colo. Gonzalez on the give and go, and he's got Mark, and Gansey's got time inside the 60. Oh, no, override. And Bellini will scoop this up. And with a minute left here in the second chukker of 3, Newport's going to get, an offensive attack, and they can't get a hold of it. Deuce will get the opportunity. Both teams having a little trouble. Little backdrop shot from Camacho, but read very well by Mannix. Did not fall for that one. Now a little snapshot over to Newport, and it's going to be Gene again. And Goldstein now, and he's got a lot of power underneath him. Goldstein, there's your 30-second warning horn. Gene's got clean air. Goldstein inside the 60, look for the finish. Goldstein, and Gene Goldstein is going to take a true coast-to-coast run like butter and toast. Well done, Mannix, finding Goldstein. right before the 30-second warning horn, and that is the way to finish a chucker. So we are going to go ahead and send them off, get them on some fresh ponies, and we'll be back for our third and final chucker of our first leg. Remember, 9 chuckers of polo. This is the Memorial CTV Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again a very warm welcome and a very good afternoon to you. You are here with us for the World Polo League's Triple Crown of Polo. Goal number 3 here for Riley Gansey. She can do no wrong. She's definitely got the Midas touch. Here Cambiasso for the Boca Raton. The Boca Raton, here we go. The winners of the WPL's Triple Crown of Polo, the Boca Raton. The MVP, Riley Gansey.
It's an honor to represent the Boca Raton. When I'm not on the field, it's one of my favorite places to be.
Welcome back, everybody, for our third chucker of our first leg, 7-5. If you're just joining us here for the Memorial, we have Deuce with Mark Gansey, Camacho Pierez, Sugar Erskine, and Matias Colo Gonzalez. Newport, we have, looks like Jason Crowder wearing the one today. They did a few changes on their numbers. Gene Goldstein wearing the 2. Fred Mannix wearing the 3. And Juan Bellini wearing the 4. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Grand Champions Polo Club for Memorial Day weekend, and congratulations. I'm going to have an amazing Memorial Day tomorrow, and of course, much love to all of our vets and the armed forces. All right, here we go. Back and forth. Scores carried over from Friday. Once again, everybody, and I'll keep you up to speed on that all day long. Back and forth. Sugar working that ball cleanly. Great passing here at the full first leg by Deuce, and they got Gansey. Good pick up here by Mark. Going to use the field nicely, uses the boards perfect. Now he'll work it down. He's got to deal with Bellini. Mark taking his time. Little cleanup. Ooh, goes off the side there. A little bad luck. And Deuce are getting the opportunities down past the 60-yard line, but then having a few issues. Now, we are playing the weather today, so the weather is coming into play. The flags are kind of blowing around on Lake Worth Road today, so kind of swirling wind today. We're getting a swirl from the southeast, and that'll come into play as it runs up and down the field, and especially when the horses are moving at 25 to 36 miles an hour. Look at this ball by Jason Crowder from way out. Jason Crowder getting a huge shot there just off to the side, but remember, that is where that breeze is kind of blowing from. So Jason taking advantage of it, shooting from a good 130 and hitting it 20 yards past the goal, so 150 yards. Remember the polo field, 300 by 160. 9 football fields fit out on that polo field. Here we go. On the move, Camacho They need to get some goals going. Well done, Goldstein. He fills his spot, controlled by Mannix. Mannix on the turn, and he's going to get a little move as they try to get out. And it's going to be left there again for Fred. Fred looking for Gene. Clean. Oh, Colo overrides. That's going to give Goldstein an opportunity. And, oh, bad luck for both teams. So both teams kind of involved in the same setup, getting it down inside that red zone area, but not having much luck around the goal. Look at this ball by Colo Gonzalez, but blue jerseys everywhere. Backed up from Mannix, looking for the spaceman. He's got to give one play there. Good play by Gansey, coming around the corner, getting on that right of way, establishing himself. And this will be a huge play for the Deuce team. They're going to use the Kersey change here, our final Kersey change of the first leg. 3:47 on the clock. Let's do the math. Gaston Dorniak, good to see you, sir. Our mounted official. Coming to say hello to a few fans. This is where the boys need to turn it on, but they've done very well, Deuce, on Friday, getting goals at the end of a chukker. When I say that, it's when they get on the fresh ponies after the Kersey change. They seem to turn it on. It makes sense. You're going to get fresh legs, you got to use them. And they do a great job, especially the number 2, number 3 out there. They're going to stay on their horses, and you can understand why. They're mounted very, very well today, and they're going to use their horsepower to the highest level. It comes into play a lot with the Kersey change. I remember Deuce opening this summer, so make sure you check out Deuce Pallet Company. They actually are setting up on Okeechobee Boulevard, just outside of Palm Beach, right down by 95, very close to the island. And I'm looking forward to that. I've talked a lot about it. I've not played a lot of paddle, whatever you want to call it, how they pronounce it, different ways, different places. But it is a new up-and-coming sport. Kind of takes a few different paddle games and puts them all together, and I love it. It's all inside. They have an amazing organic shot. It looks like Mark Gansey will do the honors here, number 1 for Deuce. And he's going to send Colo forward, or he's going to put him in behind him. Here comes Mark. Good photo shot here for everybody. Gansey leaves it. Ooh, bad luck there. As Mark's horse kicked that ball, and this is a good read by Fred, because when a horse kicks the ball, it is a free ball. So Mannix jumped on that. Colo knew, and he just kind of stayed in there. So just bad luck for the white jerseys. Open shot, pinpoint pass, good read here to the ball by Newport. Goldstein drags it forward, backs it up once. Jason moves it along a bit further, and now it'll be Camacho Pierres. Camacho, look at that horse spin around. Is that poetry in motion or what? Off the cane, but no problem. Sugar's good on the backup. Good coverage, though. Look at how they're playing man-to-man here. Bellini going back. Mark will work this on the bay, and we'll get a right-of-way violation there. So remember, that ball's going up and down the field. This is a classic type play. You saw how the line was going up and down the field. A player moving from left to right falls in front of another player, oncoming player. The one difference on the right-of-way is that the player following the ball does have the right-of-way over players meeting or coming from left to right. But if the player meeting coming from left to right is 100% on the line, then it's an even-Steven play. We'll go from the spot here. It's going to be a 5A in polo. Juan Bellini. Looking for Mannix. Good pass. Oh, little stutter step there by Fred Mannix, and Mannix comes out of the box quickly, tries to take it to the hoop, and can't get it done. And this is a mare that I actually pointed out on Friday. Her name is Alberta Belmont. And once again, Fred put another goal on Belmont because she is special. They get on the special horses when they need to, and right now this is the perfect time. And Fred Mannix getting it done. Picking up another goal, making the 8-5. Newport on a roll. Deuce. They're calling for it. Well done, Colo. That's a pretty pass. Looking for Gansey. Mark one time. Not an easy pass to pick up, though, on the little skip. That ball will go off to the left side. Nice attempt. Fred with 3 goals on the day today. 1 from the penalty line, 2 from the field. I think he scored 2 on Alberto Belmont. I was talking to him after the game. We had a little bit of a interview. They love talking about the horses. Now, Gene Goldstein's got, 10 lengths on everybody, and he loves the run. Goldstein, there's the approach shot, and that is where you want to be with this approach shot. Gene, can he get the finish? He goes off the cane, and now Gene's going to have to work to get back on defense, and he does. So Camacho, knowing that he's got a 4-on-3, he's going to open up the Bay Pony. Camacho still looking for Colo. Gonzalez gets a piece of it. Once again, Camacho trying, and Fred just everywhere here on the chestnut. Love the bald face. Nice pass to Goldstein. Get ready for your 30-second warning horn as Gene's going to seal the deal right here. There's your 30-second warning horn, and Gene's going to shoot that ball just wide, and that'll end it. But 8-5. Put your hands together, everybody, one more time as Newport, they will sit the winners of each leg. First leg here, leg A, in our round robin. The winners will sit down. They'll come back for the final leg. And when we return, I will introduce you to the Santa Rita team. Stay with us here on CTV Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again a very warm welcome and a very good afternoon to you. You are here with us for the World Polo League's Triple Crown of Polo. Goal number 3 here for Riley Gansey. She can do no wrong. She's definitely got the Midas touch. Cambiasso for the Boca Raton. The Boca Raton, here we go. The winners of the WPL's Triple Crown of Polo, the Boca Raton. The MVP, Riley Gansey.
It's an honor to represent the Boca Raton. When I'm not on the field, it's one of my favorite places to be.
Welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz as we get ready for our second leg of the Memorial. Happy Memorial Day weekend. I hope everyone has an amazing Memorial Day or tomorrow. And big shout out to all the military, vets, service people, men and women protecting us daily, nightly. We got Gaston Dorniak on a fresh pony, and we're going to switch it up here. This is a round robin setup, 9 chuckers. This is our middle leg, you call it, center leg. It'd be leg B. And the losers, well, I don't like to use the word losers, but the runners-up from the first leg, they always continue. And that makes sense because if the team that won was actually to play and they win the second leg, then the game would be over. But in this case, you could see a three-way tie, which will go to net goals and then gross goals. We have lovely Tracy down there keeping score over on the far side for your viewing pleasure. You have the scoreboard. You have the ability to check out everything as it goes on. Now, don't be surprised, but it's 6-4, even though it's our first chucker, because these are the scores from Friday. So when these two teams finished on Friday, Deuce and Santa Rita, the Deuce team was up by 2 goals. So Newport did very, very well there in that first leg, everybody, because I wasn't sure. I try to break these games down. I try to analyze them after Friday to get ready for Sunday. But sometimes you just never know. So I love the way the tournament committee allows those scores to carry over because it could give you an opportunity to be way ahead in a game, but it does give teams the opportunity to come back. And congratulations to Newport. Great job there in the first 3. You know the Deuce teams, Mark Gandy, Tomacho Perez, Sugar Erskine, and Matias Cola Gonzalez, but please let me introduce and welcome the captain of the Santa Rita team today. In their pink jerseys is going to be Riley Gansey. So keep an eye on Riley. She is the daughter of Mark and, of course, the daughter of Melissa Gansey. And she is an amazing equestrian rider and the niece of Jay, who's here viewing. He's been cheering her on. And then we have Nick Wilhelm in the house. I'd like to say hello again. His wife Missy's upstairs watching. I'd like to welcome them. They've been playing. And I'm going to talk about Polo on Demand today as the game goes on. I've been talking about it all spring long, but it's nice to have Nick in town. He is actually involved in the Polo on Demand program. And I've said it 1,000 times, and I'm going to say it 1,000 times more. It is one of the most unique polo programs in the world of polo. It does give you the ability to go and play polo at the highest level and not own a horse or have a team or actually not even have an organization. You get an organization with Polo on Demand. You get an expert staff. You get visionaries helping you, putting you on some of the best horses in the country, giving you the ability to play with some of the top players in the country, in the world, and also the best fields. That continues here and at Aspen Valley, at the Aspen Valley Polo Club. And it is you actually use a lot in Aspen, up in the beautiful mountains in Carbondale, right in between Glenwood Springs and Aspen, Colorado. And so to be able to come in, fly in, we have a lot of people come from the east, from like New York and different places, even Europe, that come and use the Polo on Demand program. You'll arrive and they'll show you about 20 head of horses, and they'll talk to you about the horses that you like to ride. If you like small ones, you like tall ones, well, there's all different sizes. And they'll get you organized, their expert staff. Then they'll set you up with a program. It could be just a stick and ball. You might just want to come and learn and work with the polo school. Or you can play at the highest level in the World Polo League. That is the highest level polo outside of Argentina. Argentina being the highest level with the Abierto. And you can play with players and get involved. So I'd like to welcome the Wilhelm family, and good luck to Nick. We also have Alejandro de Villa Estrada playing the 3, and Santi Tocolino playing the number 4. Alejandro right here in the maroon helmet. He's going to find Santi Tocolino in the white helmet, and these are 2 of the top players in the world, and they are going to show you why right there. No explanation needed when you see them come out of the box, as Alejandro is going to win the bowl-in, find Santi Tocolino going forward. Big shout-out to the Tocolino family. Santi's father watches all of the CTV Sports videos, and I'd like to give him a big shout-out. He's a big fan of ours. So, Senor Tocolino, hola, mi hermano. Good luck today. Buena suerte. First goal will go to Santi. You want to jump on this Deuce team. Now, if Deuce is to get beat here, I'm not going to call anything because Deuce is so strong, but we would have a true final between the final 3 teams, so that should be pretty interesting. Here we go. Back and forth. Tomacho Perez. Tamacho, perfect pass once again. Tamacho right to Carlo Gonzalez, who clicks the next shot from Mark. This is the Deuce team or so we're used to seeing, and there you go. That's the 1-2-3 combination. Make it look easy, everybody. Yeah, you can get your hand, put your hands together, Jay. You want to hear? That's a great play right there. Just a perfect little. That showed you every part of the game. You got Tomaso Piedras hitting a 20-yard back shot to the boards, not even, maybe 10 yards, and then Colo hitting one to Gansey, already on the move, and Mark driving it home to get a goal for Deuce. That's the combination they need against Santa Rita. On to Bolin. Bolin in from the far side. This three chuckers. Then we'll move back here in front. So you'll be able to get some good polo pictures. And look at this. It's going to be Riley. Now Gansey. On the back shot by Deuce. Camacho. Pieta is looking for somebody to go forward. Nick. He's going to get on the turn here. Nick Romney's done a fantastic job. Remember, he's in a part of that pole demand program, so a lot of these horses are new to him, but he's very comfortable on top of all of the four-legged athletes. And he is a very strong goal shooter when he gets going to goal, and has been taking a lot of the penalties also for the Santa Rita team. We'll see how they do it today. On the outlet pass, it's going to be Mark Gansey. Oh, we got a foot race, everybody. Here comes Gansey. Mark. Nice pickup, Mark, on the bay pony. Look at this pony coming in from left to right now. Off the little bit there, a little skip. Alejandro falls in behind. And then we get a courtesy change at 3:27. So at 3:27, 7-5, we'll get everybody on some fresh ponies. And this will be a fair play possession. So on the courtesy change, if a team does have possession of the ball in a neutral spot, the umpire will check the time and go ahead and stop the game. And then when we return, the team that had possession will take control. In this case, it will be Santa Rita. And it looked like Estrada. Alejandro had control of that ball. So we'll go ahead and give them the ball from the spot. Remember our stats. I would love to have you guys, you're seeing them on CTV Sports today, and you'll be seeing them in the future. But please let us know what you think. As they've been taking the stat program to a whole nother level, our executive producer Mike Ferrer working very hard in the studios with our tournament committee. And I must say, I am very impressed. The minute you don't think it can go to another level, it seems to go to another level. That's the greatest thing about the game of polo. I think the fascination about polo is once you start playing, once you get to a level, then you got to get to the next level, and then to the next level, and to the next level. And then you need more horses and better horses. And it just keeps going on and on and on, and it can be addictive. And it is such a fun game to combine the energy of your own with that four-legged athlete, and to put that together is just a spectacular moment. And I'm going to tell you, all these players are feeling that out there, and those horses, they generate that energy also. So it is a combination. Everybody back on the field? Let's get back to the action. Little switch up. It's going to be Tocolino. Santi looking for Alejandro. They'll use that all day long. Santi calling for the ball on the right side on the derecha. Little bit of a miss hit, controlled by Colo. Gonzalez has got time here. Nobody coming in. Santi's going to go ahead and go, well done, Riley. Riley pressing here. Good job, Riley. She did a fantastic job on Friday pressing the defense. You could hear Tocolino calling her there to press the defense. That means that she's pushing the player to him. And Riley, even though she plays the number one, has been rotating into the middle of the game, and that's been very helpful for the Santa Rita team. Outlet pass, looking for Riley, going to go to Alejandro. Estrada will work this one down the far left side. Alejandro. Shadowed there by Camacho. Picked up by Riley. Well done, Gansey. Hits this one down, and look at Tocolino on a flyer, but picked up, backed up. Riley's going to meet that ball, take it inside. Will it stay on the field? And no, bad luck. It's just going to go just over the end line. So it looked like they had the give and go going there as Riley hitting a good 30, 40-yard shot, finds Tocolino, but Deuce holds up the defense on the knock-in. Cleanly hit here, and Mark's got clean air. Well done, Gansey, as he carries this one down from left to right again. Little bit of a spot there as he goes to the inside. Have a little more time. And Tocolino's going to crush one here. Riley waits on it, bounces off the pony, backed up cleanly. Everybody turning and burning. Here comes Camacho Piedras. You can see him trying to get around Tocolino. And there's the ride-off, and well done, Camacho. And does it roll in, and I think it went off the post. And let's give it up for Tocolino. Good defense there. As you can see both of those players trying to get as much out of the four-legged athlete as possible, and they actually did. But just wide, and it will be a knock-in for Santa Rita. We're under a minute here in the fourth chukker, first of our second leg. Down to center. Picked up here by Gansey. Riley. Another pit here. She'll keep it out in front of Camacho. Riley now. Good run, Gansey. This would be perfect for Santa Rita if she can finish here. Riley Gansey right in front of goal. And the shot on goal is going to go just wide to the left. So a little bad luck once again, but that will end the chukker. So when we return, we will have a knock-in for Deuce. So once again, everybody, find your way around the Grand Champions Polo Club. We got about a 3-minute break here. We get everybody on some fresh ponies, and we'll be back for our fifth chukker, our second chukker of our second leg. Once again, this is the Memorial.
Team Juice, Mark Gansey, Antonio Higgy, Balto Castagnola, and Colo Gonzalez. A little under the next shot, he hammers that one away. What a great finish here by Mark Gansey.
Right, here we go, everybody. Once again, thank you for coming out. I hope you're enjoying yourself here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. Remember, check out the banners on the far side. We have the Boca Raton. The Boca Raton, just, what can I say? I mean, it's just the highest level. I grew up in Boca Raton. I grew up And my wife and I in that area right there. I used to work at the Boca Raton. I worked there while I was in college. I worked at the main hotel resort, and I also worked at the beach club. This Boca's a special place anyways, but the Boca Raton adds that, and they're one of our title sponsors this year. We want to give them a big shout out. And then you just go down the line, Casablanca, top leaders in polo, of course, and then our Aspen Valley Polo Club, Santa Rita Polo Farm, which you're representing today by the Santa Rita Polo team. And you go down in Lugano, amazing jewelry, diamonds, patos, mallets, and but feel free to get involved, especially with the Boca Raton. Here we go. Let's get it going. Turn around and controlled by Tocolino. Santi, I think we're going to get a timeout here. Great sportsmanship by Tocolino. I think we had a broken mallet. And we do have in place by our tournament committee a gentleman rule on a broken mallet. If the ball is in a neutral area, they will allow the player to get a new mallet. In some tournaments, you will not do that. You'll have to go get a spare mallet on your own, like in NASCAR or Formula One or any kind of racing. You'll have to get your tires and gas on your own. But in polo, you usually have to, but at times we do put rules in place, and I like that rule because it keeps it even. Keeps all 8 players with mallets in their right hand, everybody. And I know I want to give a big shout-out to Ricky Bueno, my brother, because he loves when we talk about players playing with their right hand. All of my producers, I love you guys. Down in the corner they go. It's going to be turned around by Gandy. Picked up here and looking to get it going. Going to be Santa Rita. Got to be Alejandro looking for Tocolino. There's a nice little drop shot. Well done, guys. Perfectly played. Now looking for the give and go, but picked up by Tomacho Piedes. Piedes, look at the angle here. Great angle. Who's going to get there first? Good read by Alejandro. But look at Carlo Gonzalez coming in hot, y'all. Woo! Right on, flying on by there. You got to watch out for that play. I talked about it. When you run by on the near side, 9 times out of 10, the player who has the ball will hook you, and you'll ride by like in Top Gun. And look at it. It's going to turn the defense into offense, and Riley Ganzi on the move. That's a nice approach shot. Riley inside the 60. Riley looking for the finish, and she's going to drive this one and keep her head down, and that is a strong shot at goal, but just off to the right. So Santa Rita, offensive attack working. As I said, all the teams having a little trouble down there in front of that 24 feet, 8 yards. You know, it looks like a big goal when you're standing off the field, but when you're running at it, trying to hit a ball that's the size of a baseball, just a little bit bigger, with a mallet 49 to 54 inches long and 25 miles an hour, it can look like a mouse hole. And let's see if we get a coast-to-coast run here by Deuce. And there's the coast-to-coast, and that's the butter and the toast. So well done, Deuce, as they're going to take the knock-in, and that's how you take the energy and flip it around. And this is a huge goal for Deuce because it's going to roll right into the courtesy change. Anytime you can pick up a quick goal with the courtesy change in place, it does help your offensive attack, your dynamics. It'll stop the clock with 3:47. Once again, if you have any questions about polo, CTV Sports, you can send them in. I'll get to your questions. If you don't get them today, they get to the questions through the week at the studios. Get our courtesy change going here. I told you this Deuce team, I think Newport did a good job early because once Deuce gets going, they showed on Friday they are a force to be reckoned with, and they're showing it right now. So still a chucker and a half left, though, so Santa Rita has the ability. But remember, based on the scores, Deuce still has an opportunity to try to get this in a 3-way tie. So we'll see what kind of game plan Santa Rita. looking at the stats there, and we get some feedback from the studio, but it looks to me like the Santa Rita team's actually shot a goal more times. I think the percentages are going with Deuce at the moment, and you'll be able to see that possession clock and from every stat, from knock-ins, a shot on goals, the goals made, the what penalties. I mean, it's just a high level stats, and stats are everything. The numbers don't lie, everybody. Looks like we got our final player come out. We always let them warm them up a little bit, like you said. So we have some new horses coming back and forth, and looks like we got all 8 players on the field. We're going to do an adjustment here. This is a tack time adjustment. We'll let Camacho Perez adjust a few bridles out on the field. The players have the ability to, on attack time, to either leave the field and get a new horse or chair fix attack, or they can fix attack on the field. So depending on what the issue is, that does come into play. Sometimes you have to change a saddle or change a bridle. So that way they would take it to our pit crew, and I love when they do that. Well done, Camacho. That's not easy to do. A big shout out to all the grooms and trainers around the world of polo, and for taking care of these 4-legged athletes at such a high level. May your summer take you to places that you'll never forget. And I can tell you, after being in polo for 40 years, there's a lot of places that I'll never forget. On the move. Down the center with this ball, and good coverage by Santa Rita. Turned around and controlled by Tocolino. He's going to change the field, and he's got Alejandro all by himself. Alejandro Davies Estrada. Estrada now with Ganzi approaching. He's going to slow it down. Now down the center, and that ball's got eyes. Wow, what a play by Colo Gonzalez to save the day on the doorstep with a man on his hip. Now he's going to give it back to him. I like it. Here comes Deuce. Estrada's got to stay with one player. Colo laying it out there. Sugar's going to take the man, leave it for Ganzi. Cobra on the shot, and just wide to the left. So both teams, the Santa Rita Polo Farm banner, getting a lot of shots, but that's a little bit too far to the left. They'll line it out on the knock-in. Quickly taken. 2:20 on the clock. This has worked well. Tocolino to Estrada. Looking for Riley. Good coverage by Deuce. Picked up nice by Nick now. Well, I'm on the move, Nick. On the Bay Pony. Everybody looking for the loose ball play. Tocolino's finally going to get it. Santi Tocolino, and Tocolino's going to fire one. And again, just off to the side. So opportunities by both teams, just not any success. Keeping the score at 8-5. Still one chucker left here in our second leg. 2 Ganzis are going to go at it, Mark and Riley. Now Mark gets free if they can get it out to him, but broken up again by the dynamic duo of Estrada and Tocolino. From a standstill, Alejandro. They come together, and you'll get a whistle there on the right-of-way violation. Sugar trying to steal that ball out of there, kind of coming across the right-of-way. That's going to give Tocolino a clean play down the center. Now we talk ball placement. So that foul was at about the 80-yard line, coming across the field. Gaston back on the buckskin. Give me a number of places here. It's kind of one of those areas you can move that ball to the 60 or the 40. Big difference 60 does give the Deuce team the opportunity to defend the ball. The 40 is an open goal. But with players all covered up and nobody going forward, they're going to move that ball to the 60. I like the ball placement. And they will give Deuce an opportunity. Tocolino will do the honors on the penalty for 60-yard shot. Santi. And again, just off to the side. So another knock in, and you're getting all those stats today. So you'll be able to break it down between chuckers. Also been given the stats during the Kersey changes. And I'll let pass. Going to be Mark. Keep your eyes on the ball, everybody. Here comes Gansey. Just now, get ready for your 30-second horn. So Mark's going to have to work this one down quickly. Ooh, Alejandro leaning way out of the saddle there. Estrada. That is a cool play. Now it's going to be picked up here by Riley, and she's going to smoke this one down the center. Backed out of there by Gonzalez. Good read by Tocolino, though. Time on the clock, 15 seconds. Shot on goal. This will work on the buzzer beater off the back of the pony. Now Nick. Well, I'm right in front. Look at that goalie play by Go. What a play by. And a whistle on the play. So we'll see what they decide there because we still had time on the clock. It looked like a brilliant save from the sideline, but we don't see the exact angles where we're standing. But we'll let them work this one out. And they give a penalty 1, so there will be a goal awarded to the Santa Rita team. So well done, Nick Wilhelmer. He's going to get the penalty 1, which is an automatic goal. Possession in the middle of the field. We'll go to commercial break, and we'll be right back. And welcome back. Final chucker of our second. Everybody had fun today. It's good to see y'all. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. Thanks for coming out. And have an amazing day tomorrow. We have some of our regular fans here. You're a fixer, Sohail, Rebecca. You know that. We love you guys. We love you. Thanks for coming out. I know the Grand Champions Club loves you guys, and we love our social members, and it's a big part of the game. And I know you guys know polo so well. Being in the Wellington area, it's always a lot of fun to see everybody. And big shout out to my man Jan Eric Frank, the voice of polo. He's good friends of everybody's here. I know you're used to hearing his voice. He is the voice of polo on Instagram, and you can follow Jan somewhere in the islands somewhere. He always travels to all these exotic places, Sohail. Jan, he just seems to have a lot of fun. So, but a big shout out to him and everybody else. Of course, the Ganseys. You know, what an amazing place. Grand Champion Polo Club. Don't forget about Aspen Valley Polo. If you're traveling this summer, AspenValleyPoloClub.com. And that'll take you to all of your needs. That'll get you with the right people. And we'll talk about the polo school as the day goes on here because the polo school is in session. But let's get back to the game here. Penalty 1 was given, so 8-6. Possession in the middle of the field. That is a part of the penalty 1. You get an automatic goal, and then you get possession. You switch directions like a bowling from a goal being scored, and then you get possession. So that is exactly what Santa Rita needed. Let's see if they can capitalize. Here we go. This is going to be a fun chucker to watch. back and forth, round and round. Here comes Santi Tocolino. Tocolino back to Estrada. We got a 3-on-1 here. Alejandro, Riley coming from the center of the field. Next shot coming. That ball. Oh, nice try, Riley. That's not an easy shot. She took that ball off the pass from Estrada. And they will drop. Memo Gracita would tell you just keep on shooting. Sooner or later, they're going to have a few shots that are going to go in. So on the knock-in, Deuce, see if they can keep their composure and try to hold on here. You know that the Santa Rita team's going to try and get. They only got to win really by a goal, and then it will be a battle. But I know Deuce, they want to try to hold on here to try to keep this in a 3-way tie. So back and forth, control by Deuce. Danzy looking for Tamacho Perez. Tamacho's another one of those little bay ponies. There's a few bay ponies that Tamacho plays from the Santa Rita breeding operation that I'll tell you are spectacular ponies. And here we go, 2-on-1. Can Tocolino hold down the Deuce team? Here comes Alejandro to help. Santi on the gray. Sugar on the bay. Little flip shot to Alejandro. And Estrada will control the chestnut. Stolen away here by Tamacho. That's a great read by off the board. No, I guess coming across. It's Alejandro had control there. So bad luck. Thank you, Alejandro. Is going to pick a shoe off the field for us. And we will get the whistle there. So going to goal here. We got shoes everywhere. So if you want a souvenir, there's some souvenirs there. Now, don't be amazed by that when you see those shoes come off the field. They are put on with nails that are meant for the shoes in a very stressful situation to be pulled off. And that is to help the horse's hoof. Because you don't want it so tight and such a hard nail that it would actually damage the horse's foot. That would not be humane. So they have the ability for those nails to break or to tear out, and that way they can just put a new shoe on, as you would if you were getting your nails filed or cut. Very similar. And it is an art. Without a good horse, most players will tell you without a good horseshoer in the barn, you cannot win polo championships. We're going to get an open, we're going to get penalty 4, 60-yard shot out of this, Tocolino. Santi Tocolino goes from a lope to a walk to a stop and then fires one at about 100 miles an hour, and the Deuce team just stands in there and knocks it down. Very well done. It looked like it went off a pony, so when the ball does go off a pony, it is a knock-in. If it goes off the mallet, it is a safety. Bad luck there for Tamacho. Alejandro's going to try to capitalize on the broken play. Estrada, they need one here. Estrada, slowing it back down. Alejandro, looking for the whistle, and I think he's going to get it. Yes. So riding in from behind will be the call. Or you will get a courtesy change here also at 3:49. See exactly what they call here. We'll see. Yeah, you are going to go with the riding in from behind. Okay, so riding in from behind, everybody. Two sides of the horse. You got the left side of the horse is the near side. The right side of the horse is the off side. When a man has the ball on the right side, they put in place, and I want to call it, well, I'm going to give love to the GOAT, Adolfo Cambiaso. They called it the Adolfo Cambiaso rule for many years because Adolfo was the first guy that actually brought the ability to play with the ball and have so much ball control without have to pass it to other people that they applied rules to speed the game up, and it was a rule where you could actually just run over a guy's mallet when he had the mallet down. Now, you are still allowed to ride a man off on the right side as long as you come from the side. So it's very important you recognize that coming from the side. So if the mallet's down and the guy's got a ball, you can ride in from the side right over the top of the mallet and the ball. If the guy's swinging, you can ride underneath the swing from the side. But if you ride in from behind, and Steve Lane will explain it, the elbow doesn't bend that way. So you can hurt somebody. So that's why they put that rule into place. You cannot ride in from behind. And it is a lot easier to ride in from behind than to ride in from the side because of the timing issue. So if you see that play happen, that happens a lot on the pole field, but that is the call that was made here. And it happens mostly when players are slowing the game or controlling the ball. In this case, a great job by Estrada to control the game, slow it down, get that penalty, because now with 3:49 on the clock, opportunity to make it 8-7, and with a goal a minute focus, and it is easy to score a goal a minute in polo. And I'll go back to Adolfo one more time because he actually proved us wrong and scored 3 goals. Well, I think it was 4 goals in 2 minutes, but he got a penalty shot, I believe, in there somewhere. But it can be done. So they're in a very good spot. They're going to pass the stick to Nick Willem, who's been very strong from the penalty line. So good luck to Nick and Missy here. Big opportunity for Santa Rita. Shot on goal and just off to the left. Now, my man Toby Wayman, who he actually coined this, but he'll call that probably the toughest shot in polo. And everybody knows, if you're a basketball fan, how tough it can be to make a free throw sometimes. And that is very similar. It's not an easy shot. And we'll set them up for you at the polo school if you want to try. Here we go, back and forth. Tocolino, they still have a tremendous amount of time left here in this chucker to get the equalizer. So let's see if Santa Rita can turn it on. Back and forth. Deuce with the offensive attack. Back around. This could be an opportunity. 3-on-2 off the back of Tamacho. Picked up again by Estrada. Alejandro looking for Nick. Nick's going to try to get out there, but Danzy comes in from nowhere running down the backside, and he'll turn it around for Deuce, and I'll leave it for Sugar. Erskine. Loose ball play. Picked up here by Tocolino. Neutral play by Danzy. Well done, Mark. That's what you wanted. Now we got a foot race. Who's got the horsepower? Tocolino's got the leg on Mark. Mark pushes him. But Tocolino will turn it around back to the right side. Dangerous play in front of goal, but no problem for Tocolino. Tocolino, he's got a lot of horsepower underneath him. This mare looking like she's ready to run. Now looking for Riley. Riley spacing well. Well done, Gansey. Picks up her first shot once again, 100%. Gansey coming in from left to right now. Riley, look for the tap shot. Well done, Riley. Still in front of goal. Goes for the belly and gets the finish. And Riley Gansey, a very important goal for Santa Rita. That's going to put them in a spot here. By the time we get back to center, we will have a bowl in before there's less than a minute left. So this is very, very good. 1 goal difference. Should be a timeout. Yeah, that is timeout. So we're going to make sure Mark's okay. Look down on that ride-off. Mark and Tocolino. Now remember, when the players are riding each other off, I kind of call it rubbing and racing. If you're a NASCAR fan, they don't do much rubbing and racing in Formula One and things like that, even though they do a little bit more in NASCAR. Called trading paint. But in this case, the horses do come together on ride-offs, and it is clean to ride a player off in polo. But a lot of times the players also get caught up a little bit. You got mallets and whips and all kinds of stuff going on there. So sometimes a player can be pulling a whip out or a mallet out or moving their arms and kind of catch the other player. There's all kinds of safety gear worn by the players, but we'll make sure Mark's okay. 124 on the clock to be precise in the studio there for our final leg, our second leg. And we want to make sure Mark Ganzi's okay. So we'll make sure. Now the ride-off, everybody, you got to be less than 45 degrees and at the same relative speed. Those are the two major factors that umpires are looking for. Okay, on the bowling. Very, very crucial bowling. Deuce. Outlet pass, looking for Tamacho. Colo finding Tamacho. Tamacho, look at his laser beam right down the center. But Estrada in a good spot. Ganzi gives him a little rub. Does his job, slows him down a little bit. Now down the center, Tocolino's got clean air. Watch out, everybody. It's a foot race. Who's got the horsepower? It's going to be Colo. Look at how Tamacho Pieta is working on Tocolino. Takes him out of the play. Riley working hard to get back on defense. Good turn by Colo. Gonzalez. Clock ticking down here. Colo has an opportunity. Alejandro, Mark could put the seal on the deal, put the nail in the coffin. Ganzi inside the 40. Mark Ganzi, and the Cobra is going to shoot, and we're going to get one more knock-in, I think. Yeah, let's see. They can do this. Coast to coast here. Santi Tocolino, you're still in here, buddy. Stay in the game, man. 9 seconds. They still have time. It only takes less than 10 to go coast to coast. Riley Ganzi. Oh, bad luck. They had the wind at the back, and that'll do it right there, everybody. So one more time, let's give some love to the Deuce team, everybody. We're going to send them off. They'll be done for the day. But well done, Deuce. They won their second leg, so they lost the first leg. They won the second leg. So now it'll all come down to the Santa Rita against Newport. If Newport wins, they will take home the memorial. If Santa Rita can get the win, then we will go into a three-way tie. We'll see what happens. You'll see what happens on CTV Sports. So get yourself a snack, because we'll be right back for our final leg of the memorial.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again a very warm welcome and a very good afternoon to you. You are here with us for the World Polo League's Triple Crown of Polo. Goal number 3 here for Riley Ganzi. She can do no wrong. She's definitely got the Midas touch. Cambiasso for the Boca Raton. The Boca Raton, here we go. The winners of the WPL's Triple Crown of Polo, the Boca Raton. The MVP, Riley Ganzi.
It's an honor to represent the Boca Raton. When I'm not on the field, it's one of my favorite places to be. All right, welcome back, everybody. So Steph, give me a picture here right here. This is Alberta, Monaco.
Fred, do a little turn up there in front of Steph. Give you a little shot here. We have one of our friends upstairs. She's going to Monaco. So Fred came over just to let him know that this mare, I bet she can run, right, Fred? I hope she can run if you named her. Hey, I'm still a Belmont fan. I'm a Belmont fan. Sorry, brother. I got to tell you, that she stood out for you this weekend, Friday and Sunday. You're welcome. Of course, we're talking about breeding operations. The Santa Rita breeding operation, as I told you, there are a number of horses on the field. I want to congratulate Melissa Ganzi and her team of what they put together. It is not an easy process, everybody. These are not race cars, and no disrespect, Cheryl, but a race car can be broken down, beat up, and put back together. These horses need to be taken care of at the highest level, and they have hearts, and they have blood, and they have brains, and they are they have a lot of energy, and it is a special thing when you have a breeding operation. And Santa Rita has done an amazing job, and I want to give love to all the breeding operation, but I got to give it up to Melissa Ganzi. She's a visionary. I've had the opportunity to be a part of the vision and to follow through with a lot of the vision and be a part of it and just watch things change and develop. And whether it went good or bad or any way, there was always the opportunity to try and change things and to evolve. And the game of polo has evolved in so many ways because of Melissa and her team. And I want to give big love to that. And it was a lot of fun being a part. And I love the whole system and the people involved. And it's just great to see things like that change, from the horses to the rules to the fields to anything. And then let me just give it up to taking women's polo to a level. And she hates when I do this, everybody, so trust me. But, you know, she had the opportunity to play all over the world. She's represented women's polo at the highest level. She's won every tournament that you could win. I've had the opportunity to be down by 6 goals in the tent, all of us going crazy, and win the game and see the energy changes and be a part of that with her, and winning wins and losses and love and tears and just amazing time. So big shout out to Melissa. I think everyone here knows that. I love you guys to give applause to her on everything they've done and her vision, and it is a huge part. So congratulations, Melissa. We love you. And let's see who's going to do a big shout out. Thank you, everybody. And let's see who's going to win the Memorial today. This is a tough one here. Newport, Gene Goldstein. Your team's doing very well today, Gino. You got them fired up, buddy. And they are ready to go. So we'll see if Santa Rita, because I know Tocolino's ready to go, and Alejandro with Riley and Nick. Good luck, Nick. Go get them, buddy. And here we go. Looks like we're back live. All right, here we go. We're back. So I hope you don't miss out on everything I was just talking about Melissa. Giving love to the visionary, but man, who knows? You know what? It could have been anything better. So here we go. On the move. Let's go. Final chucker here. And we are going to get picked up here by Tocolino. Oh, whistle on the play. 6:03 on the clock. And that's going to stop the action here. Remember, 3 chuckers left, everybody. So 4-2. They had a little bit of a different change at the end. Santa Rita played very well on Friday. At the end, they get warmed up, and they are very tough also to deal with. And this is Riley Ganzi. Well done, Riley. 3 in a row, and just good shooting. She's getting the shots. Just a little bit off to the side again. And they will re-up. On the move, picked up here. Yeah, they said, oh, and picked up here, controlled by Tocolino. Santi. Good play here by Goldstein. He could not make a hook there, everybody. I know it looked like Gene wasn't doing anything, but when you come around behind a player, you need to give one play. So that was a very strong heads-up play by Gene Goldstein. Because if he would have made a hook there, they would have moved that ball down to the 60-yard line for a penalty shot. So actually, it's kind of weird, but sometimes in polo, you just got to do nothing. Just kind of just take a breath. And Gene did do that, but then Newport gets caught on a penalty. So with 5:05 on the clock, they'll have an opportunity for Santa Rita to extend the lead. And that ball was just outside the 60. And remember, we're talking ball placement on Polo 101 today. And when the ball is close to the 60-yard line, they always try to move to another line usually. And this time they're going to move it down to the, I believe, a penalty 3. 40-yard shot, open goal, Santi Tocolino. Santi, who is an incredible penalty shooter, is going to go ahead and get one there, and that will push them ahead. Now remember, head-to-head, everybody, the net goals and gross goals will come into players, so Santa Rita, they want to win by as many as they can, so every goal is going to be very important, and they are not going to take their foot off the gas pedal. So Newport knows it. Down the center, Fred Mannix on Monaco. Running the far side, Fred. Out of the air, no problem. Off the boards. Fred getting back to that ball somehow. And then it'll be Estrada, and that's going to find Nick Wilhelm and Riley Gansey. Nick. Nice pickup, Nick. This is what you want. Going to goal right down the center. Nick now, he has time. There's the approach shot. Riley, good pickup. They both had opportunities, turned around, taken out by Juan Bellini. Bellini on the gray. We got Bellini on the gray and Jason Crowder on the gray for Newport. Outlet pass, looking for Fred. Shut down quickly by Tocolino. Nick had no play, had to pull out. Riley, Alejandro, clean air. Alejandro all by himself. Ali out of the air once, twice, 3 times my lady. And he's got Riley Gansey in the rumble seat. And they're going to pick up another goal there. And they are looking good. Wow, what a start here by Santa Rita, 6-2. So adding 2 goals to the 4 that they started with. And that'll bring us to the center as Gaston gets back very quickly to blow the whistle there. And they'll stop the clock with 3:12. So what a start by Santa Rita. This is where that score carrying over can get you. You got to be ready. Because when a team comes out of their tent ready to go, and that'll get a store courtesy change. And what a beautiful day it's turned out to be, everybody. They called for rain, but, you know, Southern Florida, they always say wait 15 minutes. The weather will change. Same in Jamaica. But they say, hey, man, don't worry, brother. Just wait 15 minutes, man. Everybody coming back as a team out of the tent area. Great goal by Estrada. That must have looked really cool on the replay as he carried that ball out of the air a few times. And that'll get us back to the center. and we'll get ready for the action. So right now, the Santa Rita team, they're putting some pressure on Newport. This is the first big pressure Newport's seen today, and so they're going to have to get it going. You don't want a team to get too much of a jump on you when you only have the 3 chuckers to play, and that's a little bit of the breakdown that we get into when we're talking about the dynamics of the round robin tournament. It is a special way to play polo because you need to score quickly. It's almost more of an offensive game than a defensive all-rounded game. And here we go on the bowling. Backside picked up here by Goldstein. Taken out and controlled by Tocolino. Santi. Cleanly hit ball here by Tocolino. And Riley's got her man on the hip, looking to get in front. Fred Mannix hits back. Neutral play, or Bellini actually. And they'll turn it around here. Newport. Good coverage by Santa Rita. Wow, look at this pony right here as they get out in front. Jason Crowder just rolling. He's going to find Gene Goldstein, and Goldstein is going to crush one there. And well done, Gene. There's another power polo play for you. So Gene Goldstein, you needed that one, Gino. That's a perfect time to get your team fired up. I call Mean Gene the goal-scoring machine as he picks it up before the 2-minute mark. But a good play there by everybody. Let's start with Mannix, and then leaves it for Bellini. Bellini finds Crowder on the boards, and Jason at full speed finds Gene, and Gene is more comfortable at pace. And now he's going again. Goldstein gets out in front, hit a little bit of a neck shot there, so he gives up the right-of-way. Had to go near side. A good non-call. Good steal by Estrada. Alejandro looking for Riley. Riley's got room to work. Love the little chestnut here with the bald face. Riley, nice pickup. Coming in from left to right now. Slow it down a little bit. Gets the ball going to the center. Didn't get much help there. Good coverage by Newport. Comes off a pony. Riley gets in the middle of the defense. Now they come together and a battle with Mannix and Tocolino. Now Riley, and that was an easy shot, but it comes off her pony, and I think he's going to get right in front there. Yeah, and Riley Gansey going to go for goal, 2 for 2. So well done, Riley Gansey, answering and picking up another goal. And a good recovery there because that ball actually came off of a pony. Get ready for your 30-second warning horn. And, yeah, you're going to get it. So ball still in the umpire's hands, so that'll end our first chucker of our third leg. It's going to be our 6th, 7th chucker of the day, and we'll get ready for our 8th chucker of the day, our second chucker of our final leg, 7-3. Santa Rita looking real strong. We'll be right back here on CTV Sports.
Team Juice, Mark Gansey, Antonio Higgy, Balto Castagnola, and Coro Gonzalez. A little under the neck shot, he hammers that one away. What a great finish here by Mark Gansey.
right, here we go, everybody. Welcome back. Two more chuckers. And I'm looking over at the international flags, or all the different flags. You know, I meet a lot of people around Southern Florida, and they all know the flags on Lake Worth Road. Sometimes they don't represent it with Grand Champions if they're new to the area, but then once they do, then they really remember. They always remember, and it is kind of one of those signs that you just never forget. It stands out. And it's just like it's saying hello to everybody when they come into Wellington. Just love that whole idea. If you didn't have a chance to get to the Santa Rita Breeding Farm, guys, or Santa Rita Polo Farm, being represented here today by Riley, Alejandro, Santi, and Nick. And so doing a fantastic job. Now, the breeding operation actually is also in different places in Ocala, and also extends out to Aspen, Colorado. And then the Santa Rita Polo Farm, 102 acres, one of the most beautiful polo farms in the world. And so if you've never had the opportunity to go there, it is a great place. I was talking with Jay Gansey, Mark's brother, and Melissa's, of course, brother-in-law. And he was having so much fun out there with all the different animals. They have minis out there. And look at this, Riley Gansey right in front and just wide to the right. But again, keeping that offensive attack going. They have a lot going on out there at the Santa Rita Polo Farm. And always remember, polo is beautiful. Big ball by Crowder. Trying to get Goldstein. Look at these horses fly. Gene Goldstein on a runner, but no problem. As Tocolino finds his way back. He finds his way back down there to slow it down a little bit. Crowder comes flying in there with Alejandro. Now the shot on goal by Goldstein, and Gene Goldstein is getting a hot stick right now. Good shooting, Gene, just off to the left side. But a nice opportunity there. It looks like the Newport team is pumping it up here. They are going to find Riley once again. Good composure. Turned around by Bellini. Riley moves in on the defense. Looking for Goldstein. And just off the left, but good shooting. And that'll bring him back to the knock-in for Tocolino. So at the moment, the Newport team kind of putting the pressure on here. That's third shot. It's going to be the third knock-in. And it was Santa Rita controlling the offensive attack for a long time. Now it'll be a little bit of a leapfrog play with Santi and Alejandro, who have been a lot of fun watching those two play together. I've really enjoyed the combinations of players this spring. Back shot coming. Picked up here. Crowder can't control. Bellini overrides. Riley. Good heads-up polo there. Riley gets called off by Tocolino and does her job perfectly. Now she'll go forward. Outside play. Looking for Riley or Nick. Backed up, but maybe a little bit too far. Uh-oh! Trouble in paradise. Fred Mannix on the move. Is Mannix on the breakaway? Fred Mannix. They need one here. Freddie, and Fred Mannix will pick one up. And they got some Fred Mannix fans up there. I hear you. Where you at, Cheryl? And good job getting that one down the field here, and that's going to be, he's going to mix them up a little bit today. He's going to get off actually here. That was Seppa, Alberto Seppa. He broke loose there. Now he's going to get on Alberta Highball. Always love the different names that the horses are. And you're going to see some top ponies picked today for the best playing ponies. They're going to come in and we'll represent some of those. We'll see. Usually you have a few on our trophy presentation. Remember afterwards to stay with us during the trophy presentation, and everybody here at the stadium. You will be able to get up close and personal with the players, as long as the weather holds off for us. Right now we're looking pretty good. It actually has cooled down. Remember, we are CTV Sports, but I know a lot of people, I had someone asking me they were seeing the Chucker TV banner on the far side. Just set out Chucker TV. But because the CTV Sports has grown and covering other sports, such the name, one game that I think you need to check out is foot golf. I've had the opportunity to sit here with my producer James Fody, and I believe Jasper actually did some coverage on that, and that is growing around the world, and is actually where you take a soccer ball. So for all you golfers, you actually take a soccer ball to a golf course, and you play golf with a soccer ball, but you kick it. You don't use golf clubs, and you kick it. So hell, I think you'd be pretty good at that. I mean, think about it. Everybody can play. And it's becoming an amazing sport. How many countries did they have when we did it? We covered in Orlando up at amazing Disney World. 40 countries, 1,000 players, everybody, went to Orlando, and they call it the World Cup. World Cup of Foot Golf. So you got to check that out. And then also go back to CTV Sports, because we do a lot of different things. We did a thing called, we told Wheelie Polo, which is amazing. Wheelie Polo, you guys love that. I love the Wheelie Polo. But you'll be able to get some insight on that. We actually wrote a rule book and have regulations on a rule book, part of the vision. And then the skills of the game. Check out the skills of the game. You'll have a lot of fun with that. That's something you can do with your horses. We got everybody back after the courtesy change here. So let's see which direction this game goes. At the moment, Santa Rita holding on to that 3-goal lead. Alejandro and Juan Bellini. I wonder what they're talking about. Juan's inviting Alejandro to dinner. Big shot here by Estrada. Picked up by Crowder, bounces off the pony, loose ball play for Nick. Take advantage of it, Nick. That's the way. Perfect. And Nick Williams going to pick a goal up, and that is a free ball. Remember what I told you earlier. If a player hits the ball into your horse, if you ride your horse into the ball, that is different. But if a player hits the ball into your horse, when you're clearing or you're at a standstill, whatever direction that ball goes to, then it is your ball. It's a free line. And well done, Nick Wilhelm, to read that play and jump on top and get a goal for Santa Rita. Santa Rita doing a good job here, man. They're keeping it going. Santi going to the speed stick. Tocolino. They come together, and he wins the ride-off with Nick, or actually with Gene. Takes it on the near side twice and under the neck with it. Into the corner, off the boards. Santi using every tool he needs. Look at Tocolino. Come on, Santi Tocolino. Well done, Mannix. Ooh. This would be an interesting play. They come together there. It looked like Fred took it out of the air, but the window was closing. It's a toughie. I think Fred, this is one of those plays it's a tough play. And this could go back and forth here. So we'll break it down for you. But you have Tocolino closing the window. Now, it looked like Fred might have taken it out of the air. And if he did take it out of the air, that means he had control of it. So they could have an argument on this one here. But They're going to give the ball to the Santa Rita team, but there could be an argument on this one. I'm not going to lie to you. Fred Mannix did take it out of the air and have control. Now, where was the right-of-way? And if the right-of-way was a little bit on an angle, and you'll be able to see it on CTV Sports, then that should go to the blue. But if not, it was given to the pink. But, hey, that's breaks of the game. And they will get a 60-yard shot out of it. So we'll go ahead and tee it up here from the 60, penalty for Tocolino. Well done here by the Newport team. Stopping that ball right in front of goal. Goldstein. On the turn, Tocolino. Beautiful gray pony. Look at this pony go. Santa Rita now Bridge getting out in front. Tocolino switching to the near side. Looking for Riley now. Good riding, Gansey. Riley. So impressed with her riding ability this whole spring season. Keeping the horses at a level that you cannot understand unless you're out there running around. Crowder leaning way to the right. Jason can't get back to it. Picked up here again by Tocolino. He's got Riley going forward. There's the give and go. That is a good combination. Riley now. Opportunity to finish. Riley Gansey. And Riley Gansey, yeah. High level polo there by Santi Tocolino and Riley Gansey hooking up together. And again, poetry in motion. They got the rhythm going, and 9-4 with one chucker left. You don't want to miss our final chucker of the day, the Memorial CTV Sports. All right, we're live. Final chucker of the day. Uno más chucker, mi hermano, Senor Dorniak. And remember, we'll get ready for our trophy presentation, everybody. So after the game, you want to be able to see other players and get up close, get some pictures. You will have an opportunity to do that. Many events here through the season at the Grand Champion Polo Club, Aspen Valley Polo Club. Aspen Valley Polo Club has raised money for the hospital, and they've raised a lot of money for the Aspen Valley Hospital over the summers, and that is another cause because they actually, the money being raised there had actually taken that hospital to a level of safety for an area that is one of those areas that there's so much going on when it comes to skiing and biking and just river rafting and you name it. And so to have a trauma center in the vicinity has been very, very, very important. And the community has embraced it. And the Aspen Valley Aspen Valley Polo Club has supported that for so many years. And so that's another event that you might want to keep an eye on in the future. And, of course, our beach polo and snow polo. Here we go, Estrada. Alejandro, and wow, Alejandro Naviza Estrada. Well, que golazo, Alejandro, because that ball, that was mantequilla, mi hermano. That ball was rolling down the sideline, and Alejandro just kind of guided it down the sideline and let it roll right in. I wasn't sure if it went in or not, but look at this. 10-4. So Newport, they got to put on the gas now. They're going to be behind in less than a goal a minute. So just good shooting. Not that Newport been playing that bad. It's been very good shooting by the Santa Rita team in the final leg here of the Memorial. Backed up cleanly by Crowder. Looking for Fred. He got Gene Goldstein. Good job, Gino. Coming from left to right, not an easy play. That first shot Gene put in, and now he's got to try to keep us on the line. Bounces off the pony. Turned around and control. It's going to trickle out of bounds. So that'll help the Santa Rita team, and as my friends upstairs will always love when the clock goes tick, tick, tick. Tommy Oxley, we love you. God, did I love listening to him announce polo games. Oh, little ride off there. Ball goes out of bounds. We're going to have a change of possession. And it'll be Juan Bellini. Juan. Look at this, Juan Bellini. Oh, man. That Fred Bannock's trying to take it out of the air to help. That was kind of like a hockey play where in hockey they deflect a lot of goals. I didn't realize that in hockey. But goals get shot at goal and another player deflects it for his team in the goal. And that was almost happened there in polo, which doesn't happen a lot. But nice try. And I will tell you, Fred Mannix is a hockey player. So he was probably thinking that. That's going to shut it down here with 3-3-3 on the board. 3:33. And that'll be our final courtesy change of the afternoon, everybody. And it looks like Nick and Juan, who, this is a great time to talk about the polo school. The polo school is in session. It'll be in session in Colorado, in Aspen, Colorado. And Nick, being a part of the Polo on Demand program, also has the ability to be trained by the instructors. And Juan Bellini, being a former 8-goal player, he runs the polo school. He actually is the head instructor. I had many years of working with Juan in the polo school. The biggest thing about the polo school at the Grand Champions Polo Club and the Aspen Valley Polo Club are the horses. I don't think a lot of people don't realize how important it is to have very, very, very good horses, because there's all levels of horses, and when you first start playing polo, sometimes you need a beginner horse. So to put a group of horses together that are safe, and also we were all trained and by our staff and by our people, they put us through CHA certified training, California Horse Association training. Is a safety-oriented class. And I'm going to tell you, it is very difficult. And you learn so much that, and they bring that to you at the polo school. So if you want to get involved, just go to any one of our websites. You go to gcpolo.com, AspenValleyPoloClub.com, look for Juan's name, and he'll get you organized with some polo lessons. Here we go. Final courtesy change, and this is going to be our final 3 minutes of the day. Round and round they go, and someone's going to have to move it. It's going to be Fred. And we get a whistle. Okay, so that'll stop the clock with 3:02. And you could hear the umpire say clear, clear, clear. I think everybody was hearing the umpire say clear, clear. I don't know if you can make that out, but that's what he was saying because they had a guy getting blocked in there. So before the actual delay of game and turning it around, there was a clear. And what happens there, the player must clear to give way to the other player, and then he tells them to use it. And it is a dance between the offense and defense and the umpires. In this case, the defender did not get out of the way quick enough, so they're going to give the foul against Santa Rita, and they're going to move it to the 60 instead of being from the spot because he was in the area of shooting at the goal. So Fred Mannix will get an opportunity at a 60-yard penalty 4. Here comes Freddie. Oh, well hit, Fred Mannix. Well hit, Freddie. Just off to the right. But, Fred, I got to tell you, that swing and that connection to the ball is dynamite. You just got to get it a little bit straightened up. But here we go. 2:45 on the clock. Tocolino. So we're going to see Santi probably slow it down a little bit. No need to rush here. 6-goal lead, so control the time, control the clock. And Santa Rita has earned that on the turn. Going to be picked up here by Mannix, looking for Gene. Stolen away by Estrada. Neutral play, Riley. Good play, Riley. Right back to Alejandro. Estrada. Riley's going to stay in the rumble seat. Santi, now they'll send Riley forward, and Santi will go ahead and release this ball. Good rotation again. All right, so they come down in the corner, and the ball's going to roll off the field. So that'll push us down to 135. Loose ball play on the breakaway here. It's going to be Newport. Good near side play, Gino. Oh, nice play. Got to come in from left to right, though. The first two shots, not easy to do. There's the cut shot, Gene Goldstein. Yes, and Gene Goldstein, a fabulous finish. There, did go just off to the side. Oh, bad luck, man. That was so beautiful to watch. This near side play and then back to the offside. But just a little trouble on the finish. And we click down under our final minute. Knock in coming Tocolino. Santi looking for Riley. Kansas got time. Well done, Riley. Keeping it moving here. Off the boards perfectly. And 30 seconds left here in the Memorial. On the move. Backed up. Controlled. Bellini moving along a little further. Looking for Crowder. Jason. A rare miss. On the move, on the turn. Alejandro. And as we said, the clock goes tick, tick, tick. And there we go. And there you go. Put your hands together, everybody. That will end it right there. So what a final game. Santa Rita holding on strong. We're going to go ahead and send all the players down. We'll get them all lined out. And they're going to set up our trophy presentation stand, and we'll get that going for you. And then everybody on CTV Sports, go ahead and take a little time, and we'll be back for our trophy presentation. Once again, happy Memorial Day weekend, everybody. Much love to all of our vets and, of course, everyone in the military, men and women, first responders, EMTs, everyone who's working daily to take care of our lives and to make sure you have a safe and fun weekend and Memorial Day. and much love here for CTV Sports. Stay with us. We'll be back for our trophy presentation. Welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwartz. Looks like we're getting the rest of our players lined up here for our trophy presentation. Thank you for turning in. Thank you for joining us for the memorial. I want to thank everybody who came out today, to all of our fans, all of our teams, our final captain coming in, and we'll be ready to go. Let's go ahead and do the horses here first. Let's go ahead and start with the horses. So if we could have this is going to be the best playing pony for the American Polo Horse Association. Can we have the American Polo Horse Association pony come up, please? Delfina Buena Tipo, please. And if I could get Alejandro Navija Estrada, please put your hands together, everybody, for the American Polo Horse Association best playing pony. And she's a 2015 Bay Stallion. And it was played by Alejandro Navija Estrada, owned by the Santa Rita breeding operation. And there's a good picture of Rosie and Alejandro and all the boys. And congratulations to the Santa Rita breeding operation and Tipo. Nice to have a stallion out there, everybody. Look at that little dude, but he is strong. Wow, what a beautiful looking horse. Fantastic. And then we're going to go with the best playing pony for the season. This is for the whole season. And if I get Riley Gansey to come down, because Ensenada Gilda, and she's the 2018 Bay Mare. She was played by Riley Gansey and owned by the Santa Rita breeding operation. Open Cimiento Delfina Quatera number 4. So this is big breeding, everybody. This bloodlines on this mare are fantastic. Congratulations, Riley. Congratulations to all the grooms there. And our final player for the game today, best playing ponies, Shale, it's going to go Sugar Erskine, come on down. 2015 Bay Mare. And another beautiful horse. All the confirmation is just unbelievable on these horses. Santa Rita breeding operation. And I love this breeding. Open Corzo and Fresh Element. And that is amazing breeding operation. And congratulations to all of them. I want to thank Missy. Wilhelm. Missy, thank you so much for helping us with our trophy presentation with all her kids. We're going to start with the third place team today, which is going to be Deuce. Mark Gansey, come on up, Mark Gansey. We got a good shot there, Mark and Missy. Get a good shot here, Missy. Some pictures are going to be taken all day long. Mark Gansey. Tamacho Pierres playing the number 2. Tamacho, come on up. Tamacho, what a season he had. Tamacho Pierres and Missy. Get a good shot there. One more photo op there with the kids and everybody. Number 3, Sugar Erskine. Come on, Sugar. And keep an eye on him. He's going to be playing many times and be on the trophy presentation many times. My man, Matias Colo Gonzalez. Yeah, we love you, Colo. Good luck with your season. That is Team Deuce. Thank you for being in the memorial. Our second place team, and they were on fire today, but they came in second. Please put your hand together for Newport and Jason Crowder. Come on, JC. The Spaceman. What a season he had. Well, Gene, you're still one of the most winning sponsors in the Grand Champions Polo Club here. Gene Goldstein and the Newport team. Gino, thank you so much, man. It's always a pleasure, sir. And our third player will be Fred Mannix. And Fred, great job at the number 3 position today. And then, of course, we talked a lot about him all day long, Mr. Juan Bolini. And remember, if you want to go to polo school, Juan is working very hard and keeping that polo school. They're doing a great job. Congratulations to Newport. But the winners of the 2026 Memorial goes to Santa Rita. So Riley Gansey, come on, Riley. What a job, and congratulations to Riley. And, of course, playing Ensenada Gilda. What a mare. Unbelievable. That is great breeding. Playing the number 2, Nick Wilhelm, and this should be a great photo op. Nick, make sure you take some time here with your family. Get a good shot, Nick. Thank you for joining us for the Polo on Demand program, Nick. It's been a pleasure, sir. Been a pleasure. Playing the number 3, of course, Alejandro Naviza Estrada. And what a tournament he had. Fantastic, Alejandro. Increíble. And then, well, Santi, I said hello to the family in Argentina. Your dad said, congratulations. Santi Tocolino, our number 4. And a good shot there. And if I could ask the Deuce team and the Newport team to step down. Oh, we got the MVP here, MVP. Our MVP for the final, for the memorial, goes to Alejandro Naviza Estrada. So Alejandro will get the MVP award. And man, you want to we're going to bring up our mounted official. And please put your hands together for an amazing job. This is an amazing group right here. Mr. Dorniak, Gaston Dorniak. Great job, Gaston. Can't do it without him. And I now ask the other team to step down. Thank you. We're going to keep the Santa Rita team up there. Please stay up there, Riley, with your team. And Missy, stay up there for one more picture with the Santa Rita team. Thank you, Alejandro. Thank you again to Deuce. Mark Ganzi, Tamacha Pierres, Sugar Erskine, and Matias Cole Gonzalez. Thank you, Newport. Thank you, Gene Goldstein, with Juan Bellini, Jason Crowder, and Fred Mannix. But the winners, and there we are one more time. Raise it up, everybody. Winners of the 2026 Memorial here at the Grand Champions Polo Club goes to Santa Rita, Riley Ganzi, Nick Wilhelm, Alejandro Naviza Estrada, and Santi Tocolino. And I want to thank Missy one more time. Thank you, Missy. Really appreciate your help. That was a lot of fun having that home family here. And I hope you've enjoyed all of our tournaments here through the season. Remember, you can always go back to CTV Sports and check out all the polo and try to get involved in all the other charities and all the different games that we talked about today. And once again, I am Dale Schwetz. And with a tear in my eye, I say that I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports when I say thank you for making us the leaders in polo broadcasting. And always remember here at CTV Sports, we love the polo.